Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today, I'm actually playing some Modern on MTGO. Got a craving for it. I'll talk about the deck list in a quick second. Before that, the YouTube stuff, like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Thank you very much. And deck list and timestamps are in the description as usual. So, Modern Horizons 2 is coming out very soon. Modern is going to change drastically, and I have been ignoring Modern for quite some time. Historic has actually been quite fun, but I wanted to just play a little bit of Modern, see how it is now before Modern Horizons 2 comes out and changes everything. And to do that, I'm going to start off with Bogles. Why am I starting off with Bogles? Well, because I love Bogles. And number two, I haven't played Modern in a while, so I'm going to play one of the most uninteractive decks I can possibly play because it doesn't matter what my opponents play if I'm playing Bogles. I just do my thing and see how the format feels. The deck, not going to talk about it too much. Over here, we have our creatures. We have 12 plus the Dried Arbor for 13 in total. Here we have a whole bunch of 1 CMC auras. Here we have Daybreak Coronet, a 2 CMC aura, and I am playing the Leyline of Sanctity version of the deck because I kind of suspect that Thoughtseize, Inquisition, and possibly Burn are going to be very prevalent in the format right now, so I kind of want to protect myself. In the sideboard, we have our Path to Exiles to destroy big creatures if we need to. Not destroy, exile that is. We have our Graveyard Hate. We have our Force of Vigor. We especially need Force of Vigor right now because I am extremely susceptible to a Chalice of the Void on one. We have our Collector Oof for Tron Hate and other artifact hate, more Tron Hate, and Control and Tron Hate. Oh, there's a theme going on here. Anyways, not that complicated. Just going to go have some fun, try it out, see you in the games. All right, match number one with Bogles in Modern. Goodness, it feels like it's been at least a month since I played some Modern, maybe even more. I haven't even been watching Modern streams. I usually watch quite a bit, and I don't know. Arena has actually felt all right to me, despite the crazy Thassa's Oracle tainted pack stuff that was happening just a few weeks ago. Opening hand looks a little questionable. If this land were another aura, we would probably keep this, but I don't know if it's always so tricky because mulliganing with Bogles can lead to some really nasty situations, and maybe the Scout plus Spirit Link into something else could maybe make us help us get there, especially with Leyline of Sanctity there to protect. You know what? We will keep it. We're going to keep it. We're going to put both ley lines out. I might get punished for this. It really depends on what the top of the deck looks like. And if these Leyline of Sanctities are effective against the opponent, we could be in a really good position. But I think it's kind of a coin flip here, whether or not mulliganing or keeping this hand is the best play. All right, so our opponent took 2 minutes to make that land drop. No big deal. But we finally see what they're maybe on. Bloodstained Mire. Could be a Thoughtseize deck. Okay. Steam Vents, so probably not. Alright, the opponent takes another minute to play out a Soulscar Mage. I really hope the opponent picks up the pace because I don't want to have to edit out that much. Alright, so Windswept Heath is really bad. However, we do have a Spirit Link, which is fantastic. So if we can find a way to get this Glade Cover Scout pumped up a little bit in the face of a Soulscar Mage, we could be golden for game one. As it stands now, though, a 1-1 with Spirit Link is not really going to do much for us, especially not against a Sprite Dragon and a Soulscar Mage, which are probably going to get quite big quite quickly. Ethereal Armor off the top is probably going to be the absolute best draw. That would get +1 from all three of these and itself, making our Glade Cover Scout a 5/5 with pseudo lifelink. And then, yeah, things are really good. So the opponent is certainly picking up the pace a little bit, going hard, pumping up both the Sprite Dragon and the Soulscar Mage with the Mutagenic Growth. Okay, so Spider Umbra, not the worst. It at least gives us a little bit more link. And we can go up to 16. Now, for those unfamiliar with Spirit Link, it is kind of lifelink. It says whenever enchanted creature deals damage, you gain that much. It doesn't say creature gets lifelink. So a very, very interesting card that is really neat when you have lifelink also on the creature, because suddenly you get lifelink and spirit link health. If we could find a Daybreak Coronet off the top right now, oh boy, things would go real crazy. Now the opponent is going to hit us quite hard here. I imagine they're going to flash back this Lava Dart from the graveyard by sacrificing a mountain. They got to target their Soulscar Mage with these abilities, because we do have the Leyline of Sanctity that is preventing the opponent from targeting us. But they are still getting the +1 on the Soulscar Mage from the Prowess, and they're putting a +1/+1 counter on the Sprite Dragon. So things are going to get out of control real fast. We need another way to pump up this Glistener Elf if we have any hope of winning. Otherwise, we might just be dead next turn. Okay, so they do decide to sacrifice the mountain and flash back the Lava Dart. Again, putting 1 damage on the Soulscar Mage, not a big deal. So we're getting hit for 7, potentially more. They have 2 cards in hand. This could be, Lightning Bolt to, okay, the Sprite Dragon. At least that Lightning Bolt wasn't hitting us, and there's the Ethereal Armor. So although we're down to 7, we're going to have a 6/6 now? 7/7. And I don't know how they come back. Well, they could. So we go up to 14. Yeah, no, we're still not completely out of this. They are going to only have 2 cards in hand, so potentially this could get up to 3, and that could go up to 7. Yeah, probably we're okay. We also have first strike on the Glistener Elf from the Ethereal Armor now, which means we can attack in pretty freely. Maybe. If this Sprite Dragon gets 1 more counter on it, then, or 2 more counters on it, then it's very troublesome for us. We're going to need to be able to go above it even more. Oh, turn off auto yield. So I want to go to end step. I think I'm going to be okay cracking this Windswept Heath, just to thin the deck just a little bit. So in total, the Leylines of Sanctity have saved us 5 damage to the face, with 3 from the Lightning Bolt and 2 from the Lava Dart. So maybe it was worth it to keep the Leyline of Sanctities in that opening hand in this match, just kind of getting a little lucky. And they're taking their time once again with this expressive iteration. I don't know what all these decisions could be. Says the Bogles player, who basically has no decisions to make. But that's besides the point. You know, Izzet Prowess is not the most complicated deck to play. So, Light Up the Stage is in exile. They take 2 damage. They're going to hit us with... Okay. That. So here's where things are going to get a little bit icky. The Sprite Dragon's going to go up to 7. They have a Lightning Bolt and a Light Up the Stage for next turn. So this thing is really going to be a problem. We basically need to hit Trample here. That's not Trample. Well, I have no choice but to attack. They're going to have to chump block with the Soulscar Mage. We do gain 7 life. And they're also going to be in a weird position here where they might not actually be able to attack. So the cool thing is the Light Up the Stage needs the Spectacle cost. Not that they need it, but the Spectacle cost would be really convenient for them. But they can't put this Lightning Bolt on our face because of the Leyline of Sanctities. So they're going to have to cast the Light Up the Stage for the full value if they want to use it. Which is not a problem, because in the end their Sprite Dragon is going to be a 9/9. And we're not getting through a 9/9 with a 7/7 first strike reach creature. So they decide to use the Lightning Bolt anyways. I don't know about that. Oh, okay. Okay. So they found the Stormwing Entity. It's another air blocker. So they're going to take the risk and attack with the 9/9, bring us down to 5. They don't. Wow. Okay. Well, things are a little bit awkward for me. So I'm going to put that out. It's not great. It does pump the Glade Cover Scout by 1. But now we can't attack in. The good thing is we can probably block the Stormwing entity if it comes in, and then we can gain life there. So it's really going to come down to whose top of the deck is more generous at this point. That's good for them. So they attack in pretty freely with the 9/9. Okay. Now, cracking this wooded foothills, you know, the position, it can be a little bit scary, especially if they have like a lightning bolt in hand. And I'll explain that in a second, but I think I'm going to do it. So if they have a lightning bolt, we might attack with the Glade Cover Scout. They block with the Sprite Dragon, and then they can kill their Sprite Dragon, blanking our life gain. Putting us in a very, very dead position. But we'll see. We really need a trample off the top here. That's not trample. I have to attack. If I could hold off the attack and block the Sprite Dragon, I'd lose my Spider Umbra next turn. But they don't lose the Sprite Dragon. Actually, I don't think I can attack, now that I look at it. So if I attack, they block with the Sprite Dragon here. Then next turn, we'll go up to 12. And then they just have us on lethal on the crackback. So I actually can't attack at the moment. I have to sacrifice my Spider Umbra. Spider Umbra, if you don't know, has totem armor. If enchanted creature would be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and destroy this aura. So it's kind of giving our Glade Cover Scout a second chance. Oh, we're dead anyways. Yeah, we're dead. If the opponent just cracks. So earlier I explained that lifelink or Spirit Link is not lifelink, which means it goes on the stack and then resolves after damage, whereas lifelink happens when damage resolves. If the opponent just attacks in for right now, I can block. Oh, I do have First Strike. Okay. Maybe we're not dead. Because I have First Strike, I might actually be okay. They have one card in hand. We're going to go... Oh. Okay, so we're not dead. We're still alive. We still need Trample next turn. Okay. So this is pretty neat interaction. Seen some crazy stuff already. So I have to block here. Damage goes through, First Strike damage. I gain life because it's First Strike damage. I go up to 12. Then we lose the Spider Umbra. We take 10 damage from these two. And now we go to our turn. Come on, Aura. Okay, well, we get another redraw. So I'm going to play out the Core Spirit Dancer. Play out the Spider Umbra. We get to draw. Okay, we get one more draw. Come on. Come on. Oh. All right. Still, not the worst. And a Boggle, not great. So we now have a 19/19 First Strike reach. Very interesting. If I should attack or not. If I attack, they have to block with the Soulscar Mage. We go up to 21. They have 14, 15, 16, 17 damage, potentially 18, 19, 20 damage. If they get something that cycles, though, we could be in trouble. So I think I actually can't attack. As strange as it sounds. What a weird game. Okay. What a weird game. We need another enchantment off the top, and it needs to be trampled. Also, Daybreak Coronet would be just stellar. We do have 4 more in the deck. Certainly, we're flooding a little bit. Certainly, the opponent should be hitting some lands soon. They find another Sprite Dragon. Okay. Doesn't change our position. We need an Aura. Come on, Aura. It's not an Aura. Come on. Okay, can't attack. The opponent knows they can't attack. Wow. Metamorphose is so good for them. The fact that we have these two keywords, First Strike and Reach, is really, really interesting. Okay. I don't think they can attack still. I think if they do, we'll be golden. Yeah, they know that. Oh, really? Come on, game. Don't be like this. Still, I think we got quite a ways to go. We're mostly fine until. Okay, Soulscar Mage. Until this gets up to 19, we're mostly going to be fine. Do I want to crack the Windswept Heath? No. We can't have... Goodness gracious, this is an absurd amount of lands. I'm going to put it out anyways. I don't know how many lands we have left in the deck. Just maybe a couple fetches. And they're going very wide, so we have to be very careful soon. Come on. Okay, Ethereal Armor, good. So, cycle it. Okay. Horizon Canopy, if we're going to draw a land, that's probably the best land we can draw. And a Bogle. Yeah, I'm still not comfortable attacking. I guess I could, but I think I'd rather just blank the 12 damage from the Sprite Dragon. Maybe soon we're going to have to start attacking. So 10 of our lands. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. Yeah, this sucks. So I'm pretty sure they got the Lightning Bolt. And yeah, that's really cool by the opponent. Okay. Yeah. Really unfortunate for us. Lightning Bolt on the Sprite Dragon to blanket, and yeah. So they drew what they needed first. Maybe we should have attacked the last turn when they were empty-handed. And yeah, instead they're going to get 3 damage in. That's very disappointing. They were smart. Good play by them not attacking with any of these because they know we could block. What's this one going to be? A Griff's Boon. There was the Rancor. We were pretty far. That one hurts. That one hurts a little bit. So, Damping Sphere and Rest in Peace or Path to Exile are probably pretty good cards. I'm not so sure about the Damping Sphere. I think I just want the Path to Exiles. So, to take out some cards, I think I can get rid of a Griff's Boon, a Hyena Umbra, and... I don't know. I don't like taking out scouts. Yeah, I'm going to take out 1 scout. They're not going to be able to remove any of our creatures, so we only need 1. And we find a lot. This is a kind of questionable hand. I'm going to mulligan it. Okay. So, loading up the Spirit Dancer is an option, but it's also incredibly risky. We'll see. Dryad Arbor is always a very easy throwback, so that's good. Okay. I really want to, obviously, a Boggle off the top would be fantastic, but if it's a land, maybe we can aim for a turn 3 core Spirit Dancer. The thing about that is now Soulscar Mage is going to be able to shrink the core Spirit Dancer, and that's really bad for obvious reasons. That being said, they are tapped out, so this is an opening. I think I have to try it, right? Core Spirit Dancer is going to get fairly big. 4-6 is nothing to joke about. But I think the position's bad. They could just have 2 lightning bolts here, and it's over. No, they're attacking with such confidence. It's making me think that's the case. Oh, come on, really? So, not working out for us. Only 1 lightning bolt. Alright, huge risk here. It needs to resolve. We find our Bogle. Okay, well now things are a little different. Because they are going to have to put so many spells on this Spirit Dancer. I think it's actually fine just to load up the Spirit Dancer. Oh, they had the Spell Pierce for the integral one. Okay. No. Well, we still get to draw. I'm fine. Let's go. So it is definitely risky, but we're gonna hit them for 14 here. So look at the lands. That's unfortunate. We also have a second Spirit Dancer. If we do draw an aura off the top, then we can, start drawing a ton of cards. This is probably an expressive iteration. Yep. Man, Modern's fun. Oh, I was enjoying Historic, but already this game has me jazzed. It sucked that we lost game 1, but I don't know. It's similar cards, Sprite Dragon, Soulscar Mage, those are familiar faces. Steam Vents, sure, we got that in Modern. We even got Leyline of Sanctity. Nobody plays it, but something exciting about Modern. Okay, so Fiery Islet over there, and a Soulscar Mage, sure. So we get hit for 4. We're down to 12. We need an aura off the top is what we need. Okay, I'm gonna draw. Wow, this game hates me. Okay, I gotta draw again. Well, at least we have reach. So, I think we go back on the defense for a little bit. We have reach for strike. 17-19. It's going to take a lot for them to be able to get in. They do have 3 creatures, though. They can just go around us. Another expressive iteration. That's really good. Losing the Spirit Link was brutal. The opponent, real good heads-up play there. Although it might have just been pure luck, because when I cast out the Ethereal Armor, I think we had 2 mana open. Oh, yeah, we're dead. So good game, opponent. Not a whole lot we could have done in this match. It just, the cards didn't fall right for us. They're going to attack. We got to block the Sprite Dragon. They can go in on either side of us. And that's that. So, a little bit of a rough start. They're going for the insurance. Sure. Still, after all these spells going on, the core Spirit Dancer is still 13-15. We were not drawing help for a long time. There's the Daybreak. We needed that a whole lot of cards before. Let's go to match 2. All right, match number 2. I really want to go back and rewatch that last game. I think, especially in game 1, I think game 2, there was nothing I could have really done differently. Maybe I could have tried to bait the spell Pierce a little bit better. But in that first game, I had that spot where I should have probably attacked. And I was talking about it. It was in my head, but it just never happened. So we're mulliganing into Oblivion. Always feels great. We're already down to 5. Opponent mulligan down to 6. Not great. So I guess we kind of throw these away. Hope that we find something. All right. Okay. Worst comes to worst, we could always go get a Dryad Arbor, depending on what the opponent's playing. Playing black, I don't feel good about getting a Dryad Arbor. All right. Come on, Boggle off the top. That's not a Boggle. All right. Tarmogoyf. Well, no, I don't think there's any world where I can go and get a Dryad Arbor here. Okay. Well, that's fine. So, we get to play out the Bogle. We get to do this. And since we know our opponent is on Jund, I am not going to crack this Windswept Heath because now the Dryad Arbor becomes a relevant card. If the opponent has a Liliana of the Veil, he's going to make me sacrifice. We go and get our very, very trustworthy... Oh, each player discards. Oh, the opponent outplayed me. I wasn't watching. So, yeah, huge problem for me. Wow, I just assumed that the opponent was going to do that. I underestimated, or I took the opponent for an idiot, is what happened there. Oh, and I'm an idiot. I'm just an idiot. The opponent can't hit us with a Liliana of the Veil because we have Leyline of Sanctity. Okay, so... Cobwebs, obviously, it's been a little while. One of the reasons you play Leyline of Sanctity is because Liliana of the Veil says target player sacrifices a creature. Alright. Wow. Our deck hates us. Maybe it knows I'm playing it poorly. I could draw here. Maybe I should have drawn. I'm going to draw at the next end step. Take my time. All right. Oof. Oof. I guess I am human after all. Opponent pretty cool. Culligan's Command to return the Bloodbraid Elf to hand and, you know, hit the Tarmogoyf. Not a big deal. Sure. Anyways, with Liliana of the Veil, often, you know, that's what you want to do. You want to hold the Windswept Heath so that you can sack the... Okay. Sack the Dryad Arbor to the Liliana of the Veil's -2. But that wasn't necessary. Alright, now we're drawing. We got to find some action. Better action, please. Daybreak Coronet. Oh. No reason to hold that. It's just going to go away. And we have one turn. Maybe we don't even have one turn. It depends on if the opponent... No, they have that. Yeah, we're going down to 1. This Windswept Heath is off. It's got to be a Daybreak Coronet or Spirit Mantle. No, it's got to be Daybreak Coronet. Okay. Yuck. Oof. Yuck, 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 yuck. Well, we do have Rest in Peace. That turns off the Tarmogoyfs. And I don't hate a few Path to Exiles. Oh, man. Gotta figure this out. So, Griffspoon can go. Spider Umbra can go. We'll take one of each. I don't know if it's ever right to take out Core Spirit Dancers. Obviously, they're going to have a lot of removal for it. So it is a little bit vulnerable, but it is also our draw engine. I'm still going to take them out. Okay. Bounce back. Focus up. We did mulligan down to 5 there, so not terrible. This hand looks very good. So we get our ley line out. Sure. We can also start with a Boggle. Next turn, Rancor and Boggle if I want. Dryad Arbor. Dryad Arbor is such a trash card. Alright. I think this is pretty free to attack here. Gonna hold off on the second Boggle. At least I'm recognizing or realizing my mistakes, so that does make me feel a little bit better. I'm not coming back later on and saying, oh, why didn't I do this? Okay, let's crack that. Get a Temple Garden. So, the big bad thing here is that they are definitely going to play cards that destroy artifacts. And not artifacts, enchantments. And if they're able to get rid of our Rancor, it just blows out our game plan. Because Daybreak Coronet says enchant creature with another aura attached to it. That means you have to have another aura. As soon as this aura disappears, the Daybreak Coronet falls off. So we needed another one there. I don't know what it is with the deck tonight. It's maybe it knows I've been ignoring it. You know, it feels bad. But yeah, it's these draws have been yucky. We got to dodge like a Maelstrom Pulse. That's probably the worst card for us. A second Termagoyf is okay. Okay, now we need another. Okay, Spider Number's good. They're going to take it down to 1. And, okay, whew, finally get one. All right. Feeling a little less embarrassed now. I'll tell you what, explaining all that stuff about the Liliana and reacting that way makes me feel like an idiot. Deck looks fine. I think we keep it. Maybe bringing in the other path would have been good, but... Oh, man. So, here's the game within the game. The opponent knows we're playing Leyline of Sanctity. Does the opponent, therefore, take out Thoughtseize in that? If so, then maybe this hand will be good. But if they have Thoughtseize still in their deck, we lose our Slippery Boggle, we're in really bad shape. Also, without the Leyline of Sanctity, Liliana becomes a bigger concern. The thing is, though, this hand is so good. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hope they didn't keep in Hand Disruption. They kept in Hand Disruption. Oh, God. All right. So I think they should take the Boggle pretty much every time here. Yeah. Okay, back to feeling like an idiot. All right. Ballsy move by the opponent to keep in the Thoughtseize in that. I guess it's the play, but I feel bad. All right. Anyways, we are not going to play with the Spirit Dancer right now. I'd rather not get blown out. Do I care about the Termagoyf's 2 damage? Like, is it worth pathing? Probably, just to get rid of it. Alright. Well, I think I have to throw my Spirit Dancer out to die. So it goes out, and then I'm going to choose one of these just to basically get a redraw. Which enchantment is the least impactful? Probably the Spirit Link. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Lilia's Triumph is interesting. Can we draw another one? Liliana's Triumph makes me think that the opponent is running into Leyline of Sanctity a fair amount. Like, this is not a card I would expect to see. It's really good. Like, Edict effects, just don't target anything, just make somebody sacrifice something. And now we lose the game. Well, we still have the Spirit Dancer, but they're going to name... What is the Boggle? Actually, they probably name Elf. Scout? Okay. Because they know we have 4 elves in the deck and 3 beasts still to draw. Okay. Well, we'll put out the core Spirit Dancer, and we're going to put a Spider Umbra on her, which, you know what, is not the worst because... you know, it has the Totem Armor clause to destroy it. So if they have something like a Maelstrom Pulse or a Fatal Push, we get, you know, a little bit of life with her. They're down to 1 card as well. I don't like putting this much onto the Spirit Dancer, but simply because of the situation, I think I have to. All right. We're going for it. Okay, Spirit Dancer, the one cool thing about that card is it gets out of control. If you haven't read it yet, it gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. So it forced the opponent to chump block there. It also had first strike from the Ethereal Armor. So as long as they don't have a Liliana here. Okay, Bloodbraid Elf, don't hit the Lily, don't hit the Lily. What card did they hit? They hit a red and 6, and they gave us the match. Oh, man. I want to see what I'm going to draw. It's bugging out. I don't know. Sketchy. Spiderwebs. Next one. All right, match 3. Going to have to tighten up my gameplay, that's for sure. You know, everything's up here. You know, everything feels good, but just a little bit out of order. So, opponent is on a Luris deck, and our opening hand looks a little questionable, so I'm going to throw it away. This one looks better. We'll keep it. I think we probably throw the Horizon Canopy. Sure. Put out the ley line. Been hitting the ley lines pretty consistently. Gonna need another aura, though, to make this Daybreak Coronet work. Okay, it looks like a Prowess deck again. Prowess is a lot harder for us to beat than Burn. Burn, you get the Leyline of Sanctity out, and you get a little bit of lifelink, and you're kind of, you know, it's smooth sailing. But the Prowess decks, so much of their damage comes from creatures that things just get a little messy. We're also going to have to take a little bit of damage here because I need to make sure I have double white for the Daybreak Coronet. Of course, I could have gotten that later on with these, but I think getting it now is probably important. And if our opponent is stuck on 1 land, we have a chance. All right. So the easy play here is just to play it safe. We can attack. We're not blocking anything here. There's no way I'm blocking. And then next turn we get the Daybreak Coronet down. Oop, turn off auto yields. End step. And we're fine. A Lava Spike to themselves. Oh, Lava Spikes are so bad. If the opponent's on Burn, we're in a good spot, as I was saying. In fact, if I play the Daybreak, they just basically concede here. And we hit, like, literally the best card that I could have drawn. I'm going to put that on first. Didn't matter, really, but now there's nothing they can do. Yeah. Okay, so it does look like Burn. Burn with Luris, with Mishra's Bauble. I'm assuming this is not an Izzet Prowess deck because of Lava Spike. That seems like a really weird card to be playing in a Burn deck. Or, sorry, in a Prowess deck. Maybe. But I think it must be Burn. So, Leyline of Sanctity is going to be our best friend. Our second best friends are going to be the Spirit Links and the Daybreak Coronets. do I want the Path to Exile? That's the only card that I'm really wondering about. I get it in for, a turn 1 Swift Spear just to get it off the board. Giving the mana is not always the best, but I think it's fine to take out just a few cards. Spider Umbra and Griff's Boon are probably the two that I need the least. Yep, that's fine. So we want to definitely dig for Leyline of Sanctity. The problem is we're on one land and no Boggle. So as good as Leyline of Sanctity is, I don't think I can keep this. Now we have the Boggle, but we don't have the land or the Leyline. But I think this is keepable, simply based on Spirit Link and Daybreak Coronet in hand. So we will keep it. We will throw away the Hyena Umbra because we already have one. And we just got to hope that they're not super fast out of the gate. We also got to hope we get our second land. That's going to be the biggest thing. So, hey, if there's one card that can help me get a second land, it's Goblin Guide. When he attacks, reveal the top card. If it's a land, put it in our hand. Yes, it's a land. Okay. So, the plan now is going to be Spirit Link plus Ethereal Armor. Gain a little bit of life, and then the turn after that will be Daybreak Coronet. Eidolon hurts. Okay, I wanted an attack here. No block. That's fine. Eidolon hurts a lot, in fact. But, so we got to think about this. We're going to be taking 4 or 5 damage here, going down to 11, but we get to gain back 3. So we'll be up to 14. Then the next turn, he can hit us down to 10 without any other spells. Then we have to play out the Daybreak Coronet. We take another 2 down to 8. So can they do... They can definitely do 8 damage with 3 cards, 3 lands. So the other consideration is just pathing the Eidolon now. Which is, you know what, honestly, I think it's a little bit safer. I think that Eidolon is going to be a big problem for me. And I think I probably need to conserve my life. So I am going to path it. I wonder if this is the right line. Yeah. And then we'll put that on there. That means that we can block the Goblin Guide pretty well. And then next turn we can actually go Daybreak plus Spirit Link, and then we should be fine. What? Roiling Vortex. The opponent has my number. Okay. So this just turned into a very, very real game. So Roiling Vortex, if you don't know, you can pay 1 red. Your opponents can't gain life this turn. So I got to imagine my opponent... The opponent got greedy. But maybe it's okay for them. Okay. So we take 1 here. That's a good draw. Because I didn't want to take damage from this. So if I put both of these out, we're going to take 4. But I think the life gain that we get from this is going to be huge. And then... Yes, we got to do this while we can. The opponent's really going to regret not holding up 1 mana this turn. Because we're gaining 14 life this turn. So we hit, gain 14 from the life link, and then Spirit Link goes off, gain another 14. Next turn, we're probably not gaining any more life for the rest of the game. Because they're always going to hold mana up on both turns. But they're losing 1 life. We're going to get Rancor going. That's awesome. The opponent made a huge mistake playing out that Eidolon, I think. They needed to wait a turn. Because blanking our life gain was going to be vital. Okay. It was a tough spot for them. I don't know. Let's go to the next one. All right, match number 4. Play getting a little bit better. Last game was really good for us. I think just that matchup is pretty awesome, even though the opponent had their silver bullet. Opening hand looks garbagey, so mulligan. Man, this would have been real good with a Bogle. Throw it away. This is certainly the Boggle problem, is sometimes you just don't find the right combination of cards. So we'll throw those away and hope that the Ethereal Armor plus Daybreak gets us there. The opponent is going first. If they have a turn 1 Thoughtseize, I think the game is over. It's Eldrazi Tron. Okay. Not that bad. And we find the land, but it's the completely wrong land for us. Okay. Next turn, a white source would be really good to be able to throw 2 Ethereal Armors on the Scout. They have a Thought-Knot Seer here, though, so they're going to be taking our Daybreak Coronet. No? Interesting. No Thought-Knot. Chalice of the Void on 1. Much, much better for them. So, we lose. We lose. Basically, Chalice of the Void saying we can't cast any of our 1 CMC spells. The only way we can put a Daybreak Coronet on our Glade Cover Scout is if we have another aura on her, and the only other auras in our deck are 2 CMC. The only card that we can actually play right now is Leyline of Sanctity, and that doesn't do anything for us, so we concede. In the intro, I did say if we run into a turn 1 Chalice, we are dead. And there it is. Or not turn 1, but a Chalice of the Void on 1. So we bring in Force of Vigor, Force of Vigor. Damping Spheres are also a consideration, I think. And maybe even Path to Exile. But I have to think a little bit more about that. I don't think I need the Griff Spoon all that much, and the Hyena Umbra is probably an easy cut. I want to make sure I have all of my green spells so I can cast the Force of Vigor for free. Do I need Damping Spheres? You know what? I don't think I do. I think they're more for Tron and not necessarily for the Eldrazi Tron matchup. So we'll take out those, and then I think maybe one more Hyena Umbra can go. Oh, hang on. We don't need Leyline of Sanctity in this matchup. So now that changes things. We can bring in the Hyena Umbras. And maybe even the Rest in Peace, or the Griff Spoon. I'm wondering now, is it worth it to bring in Damping Sphere? Maybe not. I don't want it. It's just going to clog up my hand, and I don't think it's worth it. Collector Oof is also a consideration because they do have artifacts, but not... I don't know if their artifacts are too relevant. It's more for Tron. Ugh. Trash. Mulligan. Okay. This is about as good as we're going to do in this position. Let's get rid of the Rancor, I think. Maybe it was the Path to Exile there. I'm not sure. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's load up our girl. Swing for 5 for strike. Going first helps a lot. If they have another Chalice here, we'll be all in on this Glade Cover Scout. And they do have that. So we have outs this time. It's not as bad. But all 3 of our cards are dead. What a fun card, right? What a fun card. Symmetrical effect. Nobody can play 1 mana spells. Okay, a Mind Stone, not a big deal. The next problem with the Chalice of the Void is we actually don't have a green source to cast our Force of Vigor. We need to exile a green card. So we'll be looking for one going forward. Maybe that was an argument to keep the Rancor over the Path to Exile. So they chump with the Walking Ballista. They ping us for one. Maybe now is the Thought Knot? Or is it a Chalice on 2? No, Thought Knot's here. Okay, so Thought Knot can come down. It's fine. It's going to take one of our cards. But they're going to be chump blocking with the Thought Knot before long. What did they take? They took the Griff Spoon. Okay. Well, there's our green card. I'm not sure if they let this one through or if they chump right away. I feel like I would chump, but we've already seen the super tight play from me today. So, I don't know. Okay, they decide to conserve their life total a little bit. They give us a card. It's a Core Spirit Dancer, which probably I should have played out. But I skipped through my turn. That's fine. The cool thing about Core Spirit Dancer is that even though my Hyena Umbra will get countered, I can still draw a card off of it. I gotta keep swinging. Matter Reshaper, a little bit nasty. They're going to put a card on the battlefield potentially. It's an Expedition map, which gets countered? No, it's just put onto the field. Yeah, not cast. Okay. I'm going to put out the Core Spirit Dancer, and do I want to throw out the Hyena Umbra? I think I'm okay cycling it. It's not doing anything anyways. Okay, find a land. It's a redraw for next turn. They have a lot of cards in their deck that are going to be very troublesome for us. Also, they're going to have Tron now. So they can do a lot with 7. What do they do with 7 mana? Daybreak Coronet would be pretty neat now. Karn the Great Creator, sure. If they grab a bridge, Ensnaring Bridge, then we're really digging for that Force of Vigor. It's an Ensnaring Bridge and they play it. So, our Core Spirit Dancer can attack, but a lot of good that does. Oh, it's not a Force of Vigor. Well, we got our black, our green cards. Let's sack the Horizon Canopy and hope. Okay, let's play it. Try to draw, always heal, it's fine. Okay, so can't attack. And again, we're just digging. Some dirty cards on that side of the field. Some dirty cards on this side too. Oh, Ratchet Bomb. Okay, so Ratchet Bomb basically means that this game is now over. Do I have a chance? I don't think I even have a chance now. Ratchet Bomb, tap it, put a charge counter on it, and then tap, sacrifice it, destroy each non-land permanent with mana equal to the number of charge counters on Ratchet Bomb. So next turn, they're going to be able to put a 1 counter on it, and then, or this turn, and then crack it for 1, and it'll kill the Glade Cover Scout and the Ethereal Armors. And we draw a Slippery Bogle. All right. So they're going to be in a weird position where they can't really attack, but their Matter Reshaper will be able to get in. I think I'm fine just moving on from this game. Spider Umbra, Plains, Horizon Canopy. Oh yeah. Oh, there it was. So not too deep, but deep enough that it wasn't going to happen for us. All right. All right, our 5th and final match, trying to finish with a positive record here. And a hand like this is probably not going to help me do that. You know, it has the potential if the opponent doesn't have any interaction, but this is such a heavy removal format that I don't think there's any way I can keep this. So, mulligan. Okay, opening hand is fine. We're going to need to find another aura, which has been the name of the game. But at least we have our Boggle, we have our big aura, and we have our draw if we need that. Pretty good mix of opponents. What did we start off? We started off with Prowess, then we went to Jund, Burn, and then Eldrazi Tron. So the format is still very familiar. Didn't really see anything out of order or out of place. And yeah, 4 very different decks. The Eldrazi Tron, I guess I should have expected a little bit more of, simply because I think Prowess is still one of the top decks. And if you can get a Chalice of the Void out on turn 1 or turn 2, it really shuts down a lot of Burn and Prowess because they just want to toss out so many 1 CMC spells. Okay, opponent took a little bit of a pause there, no big deal. Getting a lot of that tonight. Some slow opponents. So, Glade Cover Scout, Leyline of Sanctity, follow up, feels okay. Opponent also mulligan down to 6. Okay, Mishra's Bauble for the opponent. Been seeing quite a bit of that tonight. Ooh, maybe it's a Thoughtseize deck. Okay, could be Shadow. So they know what we're drawing, I think. And, well, they know we drew an awful card. I think it's safe to attack here. I can't imagine they have like a 1 CMC flash creature. The question now that I'm wondering about is, do I play out the Core Spirit Dancer? I don't think I do because it's very vulnerable. I kind of want to be able to play it out with a 1 CMC spell. So maybe I should have played out the Dryad Arbor, even though it could have died potentially to a Fatal Push or something. Maybe just getting it on the field would have been better than keeping it in hand. Okay. Could be a Termagoyf here. Death Shadow. All right. So we are in desperate need of an aura. Yep. So do I crack the Horizon Canopy to dig for an aura? Yes. Do I crack the Windswept Heath to get a land first? Yes. Need to get lucky. Need our deck to start treating us. Need my deck to start treating me properly. In a bad relationship with it right now. So I'm gonna just grab a Plains, conserve life a little bit. Terrible. Okay. That's like probably the worst draw in the deck, I think. Yeah, which is the downside of Leylines. You know, they're really great in your hand in the opening when you need them, but drawing them later, they're basically dead cards, and you basically can never cast them. And now we're staring down a 5/5 Shadow and a 3/4 Goyf with a 1/1 Poor Elf. Ugh. Wow. Just kind of garbage. Alright. I'm going to put out the Spirit Dancer. We got maybe 1 draw left. And it's going to have to be a huge draw. Ethereal Armor off the top. Actually, just basically any 1 CMC aura is going to be good for us. And that's... The Abrupt Decay is fine. This Dryad Arbor is definitely chumping the Death Shadow. They could just have Teamer Battle Rage, and if they have the Teamer Battle Rage, we're dead. Okay, so it has to be a 1 CMC aura. Oh, okay. So it's not over. They could still have a Stubborn Denial. They don't. Okay, so we get to attack. Do we attack? So if we attack, they go down to 1. They'll have a 12/12 Death Shadow. Oh, it's still really bad. Oh, it's so bad. I can't even attack here. But I can't block the shadow either. If they swing with the Goyf and the shadow, it's okay. But what do I do? I think I have to attack because of the position I'm in. Yeah, and then I have to chump block. Attack with both. Attack with both. Oh, the opponent's too smart for me. Alright, so we lose the Daybreak Coronet. I don't know if not attacking there was fine, but... yeah. Okay. Griff's Boon off the top is the win. That's why we put it in the deck. We put it in the deck for moments like this. Griff's Boon. Not a Griff's Boon. Alright. No, wasn't happening. Okay, so Path to Exile definitely coming in. Rest in Peace is probably coming in. I think I'm taking out my Spirit Dancers, a couple of them at least. We can go down 2 of the Spider Umbras. And maybe 1 Griff Spoon. No, 1 Hyena Umber. I think the Griff Spoon is going to be valuable for us. Alright, I think we mulliganed down to 5 that game, right? I can't remember. Okay, well this hand is... look at this. Look at that. We played 2 planes in the deck. 2 planes. Throw it away. We play 1 forest in the deck. Okay. Gotta keep it. Alright. Opponent also mulliganing hard, down to 5. Pass, hope for no Inquisition or Thoughtseize, and then I don't know. Is it? Am I just hoping to? They don't have removal either for the Core Spirit Dancer. It seems so hopeful. That's a bad start. Thoughtseize. They always leave it in against the Leyline of Sanctity decks. Okay. So we still have hope with Bogles off the top. Not the worst, but also not great. Oh, man. I feel like a lot of this league could have gone a lot differently. I think I have to hit it with the path now. And then if I draw a Boggle, I can load it up with the one of the Umbras. Yeah. Yeah, I'll play it out. I might want to. I want to draw a card with this Horizon Canopy, but So far, it's been some pretty rough running. We've mulliganed a lot. That would be another thing I'd like to go back when I'm editing is check how many times I've had to mulligan. And yeah, that's kind of indicative of the Bogles deck. It really is clunky in a lot of ways. I think I'm desperate. I have to draw there. Hey, there's the Griff Spoon right on time. Yeah. Wow. It's gotta come here. If it doesn't come here, it's bad news. Alright. Well, out of curiosity, I'm gonna crack this just to see. I'm gonna put it out. They have 11 damage. There's lethal. Yeah, we can't block it because this is our only creature. I guess I block it. Okay, what can you do? All right, so going 2 and 3 doesn't feel very good. The matches, I don't know. It was a pretty rough league through and through. A lot of it was certainly my play, especially in those first 2 games. But then I think things kind of settled down a little bit. But oh boy, did the deck not really agree, and the opponents definitely had the upper hand in a lot of situations on us. Tons of mulligans down to 5, which feels real terrible. But that's the deck. You have a whole bunch of very important 1 CMC creatures. You want to load them up with this, so you don't want to draw too many of these. You don't want to draw 0 of them though. So how do you convince the deck to give you 1 of 8 and then put the other 7 at the bottom of the deck? Most of the time that's what you want, but it just doesn't seem to work out that way. It can't. Leyline of Sanctity, very important, and I think playing it mainboard over Luris is probably where I want to be with this deck. I don't know what it's going to be like after Modern Horizons 2, but for now, I'm happy with the Leyline. I think it's valuable. Anyways, what can you do? A little bit of Modern fun, not the best league ever, but hey, it's something. Probably back to Arena for the rest of the week with Modern, or what is it called? Historic Anthology 5 coming out. Already got a couple of decks lined up for that, so should be fun. One might already be out by now. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Anyways, take care for now. See you later.